Nini camera?
My better mic. But no, this is the mic I used last time. It's so good.
It looks like you're holding a cup of tea.
Sana,
yeah,
welcome back, man.
Thanks.
Due to public demand, there was no way that we could have just left the conversation there.
Indeed.
Ningeko in a lot of trouble, so it is a pleasure to see you back. The fans already had started making noise to me.
Yes, I read some of those comments like, "Ay, kwani meisha?"
I'm like,
so it's good to be back. Thank you.
How's it been for you so far?
It's been good. Wonderful feedback from all quarters, I think I can say. I noticed, I saw a tweet with by Faki that said that, oh my goodness, she has so many details. And I'm like, some of those details I got from you. He has so much detail. And then, of course, Zwai Bala also reached out. And he's like, oh my goodness.
What?
I am so in love with you in this.
Zwai, for those who don't know, was the judge
from South Africa.
Of
TKZ. TKZ.
Yeah.
Yes. So he reached out as well, and he's really, really loving the interviews. And yeah, just generally the comments on my timelines and on the posts that you've put on YouTube, looking good.
Excited.
Good. I mean, there are some people who are
haters.
Not even haters. Just some people who don't seem to have all the information and would still, just throw a comment here or there.
Yeah.
But it's okay. That's expected because I've chosen or I've reserved myself to believe that people are different. People have different opinions, and that's okay. It's quite all right.
I love it. Okay, we need to continue this story because I have a feeling we there may be around 3 we are coming to. Where nataka tu chakula.
Mini ready.
Okay, so where we left off, we were talking. You guys have come back as Sema. You've launched. You've done your tours. Now you're working on the album. We had even started talking about some of the songs that you've worked with Clemo. 17-track album by Sema, Mwewe. You've not talked about launching that yet, so we're still talking about the production of the song. So a song that I want to start this off.
Did I mention that time when we came back, we stayed at the Stanley for I think maybe about a week.
Oh, yeah.
And we were doing now the different interviews and stuff.
Exactly.
And I remember that was the first time I met Caroline Mutoko. She was working at the time with Nyambane. He was her co-host on the breakfast show. And I remember Nyambane had brought fish for breakfast. Samaki na sijui ni matoke alikuwa ameleta ama ni ndizi. I don't even know, but he was offering us that breakfast. Interesting times. In all this, from the auditions up until when we won, I never enjoyed these hotels. I just wanted to put that out there. I didn't get to, you're checking into this room, you've got this nice big bed with the nice comfy pillows, and then you're being told you'll be up at 5. It was really upsetting.
That's the whole point, eh?
However, man.
But now the Stanley, actually, in fact, I'm so glad you brought that up because the Stanley is part of Sarova Group.
Yes.
And Sarova Group this time now hooked you up.
Me and these guys, we go way back.
You go way back.
This is me trying to get something, but it's okay.
No, you've already got in that room.
No. Why are you telling them? Anyway.
We said it at the end. Anyway.
Okay, so where are we? We are production
actually,
of...
First of all, let me say a big thank you to Sarova Panafric. We're actually currently shooting this at the Sarova Panafric. This is such an amazing room. The food is amazing. The dawa that me and Derek have had is just amazing. Chai is there. We're going to stop for lunch. We're going to have dinner just to show you how long this conversation is going to go.
What? We're having dinner?
Yeah, man. You know how we come.
Excitos. Let me try and keep it calm.
Oh, I let it out too soon.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know about that part.
So Sarova Group, thank you so much for just the amazing hospitality. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's get in. I need to ask the question. Mwewe. The title, the name of the album, but it was also a song. Tell us about that.
So it's very interesting, by the way, when you sent me the 17 tracks, there were songs I did not remember.
What?
I didn't remember.
When I sent you your own album.
Now, let me tell you, it's very tricky. Because at the time, when we came back, we were all given the CDs to sell to our families and friends and whatever. And everything.
Zikaenda.
Kila kitu ilienda. I know that I have 2 copies, but they are scratched. And in fact, one is not even mine. One belongs to my cousin Yokabi. One of the cousins of mine who were actually at the house on the day that I was being told it's a yes. Yeah. So one is her copy. I don't think I should have said that. But so they're very, very scratched. I have no access to this music. So when you sent me the 17 tracks, I was like a song called I Can't. I can't explain the way I have for you. Now that is Pam's sound. You can tell. She used to listen to a lot of this neo soul kind of music, so there was heavy influence of that, through Pam. So
and like that one she wrote.
We still had a few input here and there.
Yes.
There are some songs you will find that a big chunk of it was written by Pam, or a big chunk was written by Sana, or a big chunk was written by Kevin. And I think, judging from the music that I do today, you can tell that most of the Caliph songs are the ones that I wrote because of the Swahili. So and also, what can I say about this production?
So Mwewe, so the song Mwewe.
So the song Mwewe is written and produced by Chris Edouard.
There was somebody who was working with them. She was called Caroline Kyoko, and she's a film producer in SA. She's a big deal now. So CK got an internship with Homeboys. And when they were writing songs for Sema, she tells John Rabah, hey, there's a guy called Chris who I think can write songs for Sema. So she convinces him, and then she calls me and tells me, Chris, can you make it to Homeboys tomorrow at 8 in the morning? I said, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can. To do what? Saying, yeah, there's some songwriting project. So I get into Homeboys, and I see John Rabah, and I'm like, this guy was my senior in high school. He was like maybe 2 years ahead of me. I was like, so, kumbe, this is the great John Rabah here about. I'm like, he didn't know me, guy. So I introduced myself. I said that. Then he asked me, so you're from Next Level? I said, yeah. I said, okay, so what do your songs go like? So so he asked me to write some songs and then bring them. So, see, I went home. I did a quick track, chop. And then I took it to the studio the next day. So he listens to it barely a minute even. And says, okay, you guys record this song. And he left for the day. He left us in the studio. So I'm like, hey, where do I even start? So I started fiddling around with things. And then there were a few interns who were sort of working in the studio, but their job was to show us where which cable goes, the patch for us cables and things like that. One of them was called Eric Musioka. Yes. So Musioka is here, patching for me cables, bringing for me sijui which keyboard. I'm asking for sijui what module. Musioka brings it. I'm like, these young boys of this place, a bullies look. So Musioka used to sit in the studio So something very funny happened. I recorded Sema, and we recorded the song, and it was beautiful. It sounded really, really good. By the evening, I called John Rabah from the studio because credit was expensive. But there was a phone in the studio, so he had said, you call me at home when you're done. You tell me, come and listen to the track. So I call it. Goes to the switchboard. They connect me to his house. I say, hey, the track is ready. He says, I'll come and listen to it in the morning. Yeah. So I go back in the morning, and John is asking me, where's the track? I'm like, see, it was here. So we open the track. So on Pro Tools, there was a thing. Pro Tools is a program we used to use. So when you record music, there are waves that are drawn, and that shows you that there's audio, that there's material inside the wave. It's a waveform that has been drawn. So now you can hear it, you see. But Pro Tools used to do a stupid thing where when it can't find the files, it just shows you a blue tick. So it's like a blue line like this. So I'm like, the session has opened. I can see just blue lines. I wanted to cry. And now Kim Nado came here. You know Kim Nado? Kiwaru, proper. I was upset. So I asked, so what happened here? Because you can see that the recording had been done, and it's missing. So a rumor started in the studio. And it's not me who started it, by the way. It's not me. I just used to hear it. At Musyoka deleted the files. Aki, how can they say that? Up to now, I'm upset, by the way. How can they say that about Musyoka? Anyway, what happened was probably I had disk failed or something like that. But it was all blamed on Musyoka because I was very important now at this point because, hey, I'm a big deal. I've come to write songs. I produced the song, and the song was deadly. So I had to start the recording again. So we recorded. Brilliant. Finished it. John Rabah came and listened to it the next day. It's like, hey, what kind of music is this? Strange music. He didn't quite understand it. And I think like the following day, a few days later, Sema had a performance, a presentation at Intercontinental for the Coca-Cola staff executives. So they go and perform songs, and they perform songs by different producers, and then they sing my song, and the whole place comes alive. Now me, I wasn't there. So now these are things that now I was being told later. So the very next day, John Rabah called me and says, Chris, can you come to the studio? Come, Araka. So Arakisha, I go there. He tells me, hey, now, these guys went and did a performance yesterday, and then guess which song they liked the most? I think, which song? Saying, your song. I was like, oh, okay. Interesting. But obviously, I knew my songs were good. No, I'm kidding. It was the first one, so I didn't really know. So it was the first time. So it tells me, this song, I think, is what we're going to call this album. I said, oh, so the album title is going to be the name of my song. I said, yes, affirmative. I said, am I going to get any more money? He says, no, negative. So over there, I'm like, okay, Sawa. So let me play you a little bit of what that song goes like. So because this is not my song, I'm just going to put the lyrics here just in case I forget a line. Funika kivuli chanipita tena, nimewafunika vifaranga, kinga vifaranga wangu. Adui namuona, hajui namuona, adui namuona, hajui kuwa namwona mwewe.
That was the first time I was meeting Chris Adwar as well. Or hearing of him, I'll be honest, because like I said, my musical journey professionally began then, from the people that I listened to, the people that I worked with, and so he gave us this song, and he maybe it's not good to say that everyone sang about themselves in that song. But basically, without delving into any more detail, everyone's verse really was a reflection of them. At least 2, 3, 4 lines.
Just sing your verse. Can you remember it?
Jua yanga kwangu, kivuli chanipita tena, I think. Nimewafunika vifaranga, kinga vifaranga wangu. Adui namuona, hajui namuona, adui namuona, hajui kuwa.
Namuona
Sasa, kule kufunika vifaranga, wale vifaranga ni, how do I put it? Ni talanta yako. Your prowess, your person. You're protecting yourself because you can see the enemies. They were closer than you would think.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't touch.
I know
other people's.
No problem.
I can't touch on other people's verses. Yeah, let me not.
Okay, no problem.
You know me. I don't like to be. I'm as truthful and as blunt as they come, but I also know that there's some areas not to get into.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on CTA, I'm not.
You're not that guy for starting beef.
No, I'm not that
Are you
guy
sure?
going into that story.
I saw a comment that you put it started beef.
Anyway, so
yeah.
How was it in the studio? So now you guys come in. Chris Edward, was he the one who recorded you?
He recorded because obviously he had to take us through. He had done a demo recording, I believe. Either he had done a demo recording or he was playing it off the keyboard and telling us, so now this is where you come in, this is how you sing it, this is the melody. So we would play it over and over so that everybody can get how they are going to sing it in the studio.
Nice.
And yeah, I think it was a very straightforward recording. It's easier when the lyrics have been written and the melody has already been, created. Yep. So your job is really to go and copy paste.
And yeah, but to own it. And in fact, I love that you said that that's everyone's verse was special to them. So what do you do as a musician? Hey, here's where we enter Masterclass 101.
Let's go.
What do you do as a musician to own a song so that something that has been written by somebody else? Because Chris in your new album,
yes.
Nabo, has written also a song for you.
No, he hasn't written. He's produced.
Oh, he's produced. You wrote it.
He's produced, yes.
Oh,
I wrote
bad,
the whole song.
my bad.
Excuse you.
Sorry.
I've got some God game going.
Pen game.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so what do you do to own something that somebody else has written?
Okay, so when I look back now, I think I basically just did it the way you told me to do it. I didn't bring mahanjams. I didn't, if somebody has written something for me, I will do it exactly the way they say that I should do it. And this is something that has sort of contributed to my ability to act. I really follow what I'm told to do. Director says, cry here, kneel here, beat that one. I do exactly as the director says. So I'm a rule follower. Like I told you, yes. Authority is a very big thing for me. I don't joke with that stuff. And so I think back then, I basically just did what the producer told me. So if Chris Edward said, hold this line longer and cut this one short, I did exactly that. today, I find it difficult to do something somebody has written for me for two reasons. One, I don't fully feel that people are able to express something the way that I would want to express it. And you can see it even in the opinions that people have of you. People have judged or somad me the wrong way. They really have, and therefore they're not able to express how I would express. And then I think the other reason would be the way somebody just writes. It's just not the way that I would, and so that would sort of take away from my identity. Yeah. But
I also think that you're a gifted writer.
Thank you.
That's hands down.
I thought you'd throw that in there.
Yeah, I just thought it's a good place. Okay, RK Production, Fire in Your Kiss. Now, me, I'm obsessed R&B. That's why if you notice even the songs that I'm here asking
that you're picking, I'm just like, why you're not picking that other jam
doing it for myself first.
Oh, we're sorry. So Fire in Your Kiss. Fire in Your Kiss was also written for us.